Rex, do you believe in evil as an idea? Do you believe in the power of darkness as a superstition? Now, there you are wrong. The power of darkness is more than just a superstition. It is a living force which can be tapped at any given moment of the night.
Why, on one night of 1 year, should these people live in mortal fear?
Of Mendes, the devil himself.
Christopher Lee as de Richelieu, who knows he must fight the devil's power to the death.
My God. Don't look at the eyes, Rex!
Eyes, once filled with love, are consumed with fear. For Tanith is now promised to the devil.
Listen carefully to what I say.
This is Makata, the devil's chief disciple.
Your will is leaving you, slipping away.
The Devil's Bride, from bestseller author Dennis Wheatley's The Devil Rides Out, fills the screen with a special kind of visual terror.
On your feet quickly! Back to back, join hands!
You will hear his evil. You will feel his evil. You will see his evil.
If we once catch sight of his face.
devils burn.
An explosive film. Absolutely brilliant. ABC TV.
Superbly, frighteningly effective. Time magazine.
But of course I can prove nothing. This Mother Superior may be little more than a hysterical nun.
Exactly. Mere conjecture.
And what form does this incubus take?
The Devils is not a film for everyone. Vanessa Redgrave, Oliver Reed, in Ken Russell's film of The Devils. This picture has been rated X. No one under 17 admitted.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
How we doing tonight, Evan?
We are great. We're here at the... Can we call this the witching hour? Witching hours?
Witching hour? Yeah, hours is good, you know, because, I mean, if we're going to get technical, I mean, is it technically the witching hour? No.
The show's going to run for a little longer than that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, doesn't... Time is all relative. If we've learned anything on this show, whether you're talking about in the movies themselves or just the history of all these movies, you're crossing leaps and bounds. Your voice filters are interesting. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that's about.
We don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Hopefully that's nothing bad. You'll have to elaborate on that. You gotta love it. We're coming in, it disconnects and reconnects, and then we get a message from YouTube already saying they've identified content in our stream. I don't know what it could be. Cartoons, definitely public domain. First trailer, maybe. But again, fair use, because tonight we are in the deepest, darkest hearts of witchcraft, where we are diving into witchcraft this evening, and we've got your pitch is a little higher.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Have you been pumping helium into this room?
No, I haven't. That I know of. Somebody could be like pumping the room with helium as some sort of like strange sabotage, maybe. I don't know. Possibility that could be happening. It could have something to do with also that our like frame rate is all fucked up as well.
Weird.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. I've turned off my internet, trying to make sure that on my phone, trying to make sure that's not messing with things.
No interference there.
I don't know what it is. We will, as we always do, we will deal with these things. Freaking piss me off so much. Anyway, welcome everybody. And I see S Sinks in the chat. Hugo Gomez was in the chat. Nice to see our familiar friends hanging out. And again, what's going to be a really creepy, scary night. I hope you have your broomstick and your black cat nearby, because we're getting all witchy tonight with what is probably the mother of all witch movies. Like, again, you can't make a movie, especially not a historical piece about witchcraft without in some way paying homage to tonight's film, which is Haxan. That's how most people around these parts where we're from here in the United States say it. It's got is it an umlaut? Is that what it's called over the A? The two little dots? Is that an umlaut?
Which one is that called again?
I'm not sure. But the two little dots over the A, that's what we have here on Haxan. So it's, I believe, actually pronounced Hexen, which would make sense.
It would make sense.
Again, the German word for witch, which I believe is
Hexen. Yeah.
Hexa.
Hexen for witches.
For witches, as Evan is very well aware of tonight. He's bringing us a little, and I mean, I guess that's where like hex comes from, the shorthand, like hex, right?
I think it's where we get the word hag from in English.
Oh, okay. Look at us, etymology stream over here. We got you wanted to know all about your witch words tonight. We got that covered. No, this movie is so wild. It's kind of a landmark, not just a landmark film in, if you want to call it the witch subgenre, but it is also just a landmark silent film in general. Yes, it is a silent film, but let me tell you something. This movie plays just as powerfully now as it did back then. It is still a very relevant movie, and it takes a kind of a different approach. This isn't just a straight up dramatization of any stories about witchcraft. What we've got tonight is a docudrama. It's very early, like one of the first docudramas, so it's kind of framed as this, the actual writer director of the movie is kind of introducing his research. He's like, I've been researching basically witches and all these like treaties and all how do you say the word? You know what I'm saying, right? Not treat. It's not
like a treatise.
Treatise.
A treatise on witches.
Is that how he was? Yeah. So he's reading a bunch of treatises on witches and all these things. And he basically did all this research and came up with tonight's film, Hexen, and it's kind of wild in terms of the special effects. It's got superimposition, stop motion, all kinds of crazy like it's not German expressionistic because this is a Danish film, but it's just got all this very striking imagery that still holds up to this day, on top of some very scandalous content. So this is like,
okay, not shying away from the darker aspects of witchcraft.
No, they're not holding anything back. This is well before the days of any kind of real major like censorship like bodies, like films were kind of censored on a case-by-case basis. And we'll talk about kind of the whole history with this film, the making of it and kind of its release history. It was very controversial because it doesn't shy away, and as a result you get nudity and you get gore and you get you also get like a lot of like perverse humor and just all these things. And it's kind of like definitely can be perceived as like anti-clergy, and okay, all these.
So this is a pro-witch movie.
That's what's kind of the weird thing about it. It does kind of have a thesis statement in terms of what it believes was kind of actually the reality of the whole like phenomena, right? Like it couldn't really have been that these people were actually witches performing magical spells and doing all this crazy magic. It was more like a kind of like hysteria, right? Which it's kind of an outmoded thing today, but that was definitely something. But back in the 1920s, it's like, oh yeah, hysteria. That's it just gets you hold of you and it won't let go.
That witch mania.
Oh God, yeah. So we'll be talking all about again that, and just also how Hexen influenced witch movies in general. Again, because this was a landmark film, you don't have any witch movies that come after this that are in some way you feel like informed by it. And so trailers we're going to be getting tonight are other witchcraft movies. We saw a couple in our pre-roll. And the second one that we saw, The Devils, that actually that whole the whole movie is around a real historical incident, which is touched upon, I think, in tonight's film. Like, I think it's dramatized a little bit. So it's like, oh, show this trailer. This ought to be interesting. So it's gonna be intense. Definitely want to put a content warning on this one. Like, seriously. Like,
So what year are we talking
this
about
is
again?
1922. This is 101.
Incredible.
101 years old. Yeah, like
Would
it.
not expect an explicit movie from 1922.
Most people did. Tonight, Evan.
Well, tonight we are drinking Haxan or witch's wine.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this is kind of a real thing, actually. This is not just something that I've pulled out of thin air. There's a little bit of historical basis for this one. Is kind of my spin on it. So what we have here tonight is it's red wine, of course, and some blackberry liqueur, some apple juice, and the fun part of this is it calls for a witch herb garnish. So there's a lot of leeway for, if you want to make this at home. This is a very versatile recipe depending on what kind of outcome you're trying to get out of it. Because as we all know, as any practitioner of the dark arts, any witch worth their salt would know, certain herbs and spices have innate magical properties that we can imbue into our food, our wine, in this case, by letting them soak, basically. So that's what we're doing. I've got a little spice bag, a little a poultice, you might call it, to soak in our wine. And the idea, if you think of like a ritual wine, it's kind of like that,
right?
Where you were certain herbs or whatever are used for certain spells. And like, I've been reading a little bit this week about, like, just kind of trying to dip my toe into like what all of this is.
What, Evan, are you becoming a witch on us, man?
I we're messing around with it a little tonight, just in the spirit of Halloween.
Is that why we're having these technical issues?
I think it's
you've
rubbing
been
off.
messing around with magic and
I've
witchcraft.
I've disrupted some kind of
Evan, I should have known that
spirit or something.
As soon as you dip your toe into magic, you go way too far. It's always like you just immediately get way in over your head. And now look at what you've done.
Yeah. So there's like all kinds of spells and magic things you can, that if you're a witch you can try to cast a spell.
Right.
There's spells for like health and wealth. You could like cast a curse on somebody, I think.
Oh.
There was something called a teeth spell, which I didn't bother looking up what that meant, because I thought it was almost funnier just to imagine what it might mean.
Right. And
I think it's either got to be a spell for fixing teeth, which is maybe a little more boring, or maybe it's a spell for growing teeth, which you can let your imagination run with that.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Teeth spell. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm good on teeth.
Yeah.
And like other, like a health spell, like a love spell, I think I'm good for right now, but right. I could use a little bit more money. Could always use a little bit more of that. So
we all.
So that's what I chose. I've thrown some cinnamon and nutmeg into our. We're having kind of
Ooh.
spiced ritual wine. That's
Right.
that's what we've got for tonight. I've been letting it soak here for a minute while I drone on, so that hopefully I think usually when you make like spiced wine or
Ooh.
herbal wine, you're supposed to let it sit for longer than maybe overnight or for a couple of days, but we
Yeah.
should get something out of
Oh
this.
yeah, we'll be able to get something.
And I've brought my nice occult chalice to enjoy this with. So
I love that.
yeah.
Nice occult chalice, yes, and it's breathtaking, if I do say so myself.
So I think we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. This is our Hexenvine Witch's Wine.
All right, cheers
To your wealth.
to your wealth. That's really good.
That is pretty good.
That's just like, it's not too overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bitter. It's not too
It's a good,
strong.
yeah, it's a good mix, nice and smooth.
Very smooth. I'm kind
Yeah.
of surprised just how smooth it is.
I would expect ritual wine to almost be harsher.
Right. Yeah, you
But I'm
would
feeling-
expect the.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe if it is sitting out overnight, maybe the herbs do kind of like get in there and start
Yeah.
attacking you a little bit. But that's really all kind of mixes together really well in the cup, if I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. For right now and forevermore, that's thing.
Yeah, it's let's see if I can pick up any of the other flavors. I mean, obviously I'm getting the, is it blackberry?
Yeah, the blackberry.
Yeah, the blackberry is kind of the biggest thing. Getting a little bit of a not a burn, but a little bit of a nice sizzle going on right here, I would say.
Yeah, I can taste the apple, I think. I think little bit of apple juice I put in there is kind of coming through, and I don't think witches are probably not putting apple juice in their ritual wine.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean,
for tonight,
maybe like new witches, they're kind of trying to get used to like the strong tastes of everything. They need to kind of like cut it a little bit.
Yeah, we need a mixer. For our spell.
I think that makes sense. You got to cut it with something. You might as well use apple juice. So I like where your head is at. It's very good. This will be I think wine is a nice drink to pair with tonight's movie. Something kind of old fashioned.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for some magic.
We're going to get all kinds of magic tonight, all kinds of spooks and scares. And I mean, this really is, so I haven't seen this movie before, but honestly, if you are a fan of any kind of like witchcraft, witch stuff, and you've watched a fair amount of documentaries, you've probably seen bits and pieces of Haxan because it's public domain, it gets used a whole lot in
just gets put into everything.
Yeah, it really does, because it has, again, some really striking imagery. And this is a movie that is perfect for this time of year, perfect for Halloween, because again, it is going to be shocking. It is going to be like unsettling, and you're going to see some kind of, I don't think graphic is too harsh to where you're gonna see some graphic stuff. It's definitely, you're gonna be like, this was made in 1922. What the hell? If they did this today, it would be a big deal. So
would this be rated X, like what was that movie called? The Devil.
The Devils, yeah. It probably would be, just because it is so. I mean, you'll see, man. I mean, it gets pretty scandalous. I mean,
all right, well, I hope everyone in the audience is over 17.
Yeah, I mean, we better be ready to show ID.
We're
We're
coming through with the flashlight.
We're verifying in the chat. We got to do our job as the ushers of this virtual theater that we have here. We've created. No, it is kind of a wild perfect Halloween movie. If you, again, we were talking earlier this week, if you're not quite in the mood yet, you just kind of haven't had the time to sit down and watch a scary movie or just look at anything scary. This is a movie that if you haven't seen it, now's the time, because again, I'm my first time too. I'm very, very excited for this. And the story behind the making of it is really cool, and the writer director, and we'll also see actor in the film. We'll see if you can guess which parts he's playing himself. You'll see in the beginning, but he has other parts in the film, and he's a very interesting guy. A Dane named Benjamin Christensen, and this is basically his study of witchcraft. Again, like I said, he studied. It started with the Malleus Maleficarum, which is kind of this treatise on witchcraft. And it was like 4 inquisitors, and he was fascinated by it and just read all the witchcraft stuff he could get his hands on.
So I'm not super familiar with the Malleus. So it's for it. So it means the hammer of witches.
Right, correct.
It's for inquisitors. Is it like a handbook on how to identify a witch and then, I guess, hit them with a hammer?
I think essentially, much like the movie, it's like broken up into parts, and there's all these different kind of ways that, like they lay out like, how do you identify a witch, and then what are the methods of like torture, and what are the, it's all this it's a manual essentially. But we'll talk about it later, but basically the guy who wrote it kind of had a skewed view on women largely, and it's kind of how we get witches as we, as pop culture has kind of seen them largely. Things have shifted in the last 50 years, in terms of kind of new age witches and Wicca and all these things that have kind of shifted, to a more realistic view. But the view that, these are wicked, usually women who are in league with the devil, really like comes from things like the Malleus. And so the director portrays that stuff, but at the same time, it's not necessarily like that's what's so weird about this movie, is that they basically are saying, okay, well, we don't think like witchcraft is real, but now we're going to show you all this terrifying stuff of witches doing things like flying around on broomsticks and like having like ceremonies with the devil and drinking blood and doing all these like elaborate rituals. And you're just like, okay, well, for like, taking a stance on it, like a realistic stance on it, you're really going big with the drama. And so it is a wild movie, so strap in. It's gonna be something else. Anything before we get into it tonight, Evan?
So I'm still thinking about the Malleus. Do you think if they drink too much ritual wine, they get hammered?
Boom. This is where we need the soundboard. Yes, I do. I think I think it's pretty easy to get have a little bit too much Hexenwein.
Yeah, watch out for the Inquisitor, everyone.
Yeah. Well, we'll see just how brutal it gets here in tonight's film. But yeah, usually these Inquisitors they don't let up. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Haxan right now.
So is this him?
Yep. And so this came out in 22. So yeah, he basically researched for 2 years and then they shot in like 20 and 21, I believe. And he had like a whole like bibliography like program to go along with this. Who now we're gonna get a lot of like woodcuts, right? Yep, that's even today. It has things have not changed.
Yeah.
Whoa. These
like guys
an
are causing
elephant
disease.
Man, when I paid to see the movie The Elephant Man, that's what I thought I was getting. Man, was I gypped. Pictures of evil spirits from scientists? You must be joking.
This is the science of evil spirits.
Oh my god. Is it Pazuzu?
Is that the Mothman?
Well, that's the truth. Ooh. Yep.
It's kind of cool.
The Earth. Wow.
The Egyptians thought this, or those the stars on strings?
Yeah, and we're just a hole in the ground. Yes.
Is he gonna elaborate on? Okay, here we go. Weird.
Truman Show, huh?
Yeah. They thought we lived in a video game. You can't leave the map. There's just a skybox surrounded everything. It's not really real.
Whoa. Oh, I like that. That's a little
Yeah.
closer. You're getting there.
We're getting there.
I love how like we're starting like, and this is what everybody thought the Earth looked like. We're starting really big, really macro, and then we're gonna come in really micro.
Right, yeah. So you want to talk about witches? Okay, well first we have to talk about the shape of the Earth.
Yep. So is this like, you know, a lot of flat earther stuff here?
So they imagined a layer of air. So they got the atmosphere right. The layer of fire, I'm not sure.
Whoa. Those the other planets. Whoa.
It's layers.
Layers. Everything's layers.
It's like an ogre. The universe is like an ogre. Medieval man imagined a layer of astrology.
Whoa. Nice. Yep.
Yeah. That's what he's
How it
doing.
works.
It's like he's winding a clock.
That's exactly what it's just like a fancy clock. Oh shit. Hell? Oh damn.
Oh, hell.
Oh hell.
That's it. Straight into the fire.
Oh, brimstone. Yeah, gotta get that nice oozing brimstone. Just the way I like it.
I'm hungry.
Whoa. Fucking badass.
This
dude.
is cool. Who the hell made this?
Yep, this is what medieval people thought hell was like. No wonder they were so terrified. You just looking at it, oh my god! When you don't have movies, dude, you just, that'd freak you out probably.
It looks like a cuckoo clock. Like
Yeah.
a clockmaker made this thing.
Yeah, probably. Burn 'em.
Oh, if you like hell so much, we'll see how well you like this.
You'll feel right at home in these flames. See by the serpent's tail, it's the devil.
Did that devil have two tits?
Probably. Oh, German life in the past. What?
What? You know, as one
Cool,
does.
Yeah.
It's magic.
That's magic.
Oh,
Yeah, gotcha,
magic
bitch.
shoe. Looks like she shot his shoe.
The Council of Witches. Of course.
It just looks like they're having brunch.
Yeah, it does. Well, you know, that's what it is nowadays. That's what you you see all these groups of people out on Sundays. They're witches having their Sunday brunch.
You know, it's girl time. We're gonna go bewitch a cow.
Here you go, draw some pentagrams, you know, girl stuff.
Look at that smirk.
Oh man,
He's
dude,
eating it up.
Those lucky birds, they got out of there just in time.
Smug witch.
Witch's powder.
I love Hocus Pocus.
What was customary?
You know, lying naked in bed.
The witch is naked. Whoa. There's a lot going on there. Sabbath. Yeah, we all know what that. We all know what the witch's ointment is.
Yeah, I got something. I'll smear it on your back and you'll fly.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
That looks like from the Scary Stories books.
Yeah.
Women.
So first we stamp on the cross.
Boo, you suck. Devil's names. We're gonna get a list, alphabetized preferably. That'll be in the appendix at the end, I guess.
Oh, delicious.
Well, you know who was cooking, right? Hannibal Chef. Just that's not the only time they're gonna show it.
That guy in the middle up there wasn't so sure about this. Nobody said anything about kissing the devil's butt.
Oh, they're gonna get a lot more detailed into that later, Evan. Just wait.
It's a busy picture. We're getting into like Hieronymus Bosch territory. Was that the guys?
I think so.
Yeah. What is going on here?
A whole lot. I can't even begin to sort that out. Let's see limbs and faces. I guess this is just Witch's Sabbath stuff.
Interesting. Part 2.
Part 2 already. Through our imagination.
More sticks.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite enough. You're gonna burn up real fast. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, what's in the bundle of sticks? Oh no.
Ooh.
What is that? A
Is
hand?
that a hand and a head?
Ugh. Ooh, gruesome.
Wow.
Oh, a skeleton. Ooh. Ooh.
That's a pretty good effect. 1922. Look at that.
It's a little too ripe. Ooh.
It's too dry.
It's got healing powers, but gotta be nice and juicy. What else they got in that goodie bag? Oh my god. Frogs?
Frogs.
Oh, what a strange brew it is.
Do I have any Eye of Newt anywhere?
Ooh. That's some Texas Chainsaw Massacre level horror going on here. Skeleton bones everywhere, dead body parts. Goodness gracious. Skulls.
Was this the original music for the movie?
I think it might have been. It was basically just like a bunch of like classical music selections. And the director, I don't think he actually picked them, but he was pretty happy with what they had. But there, obviously, many people have done alternate scores for this. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Why aren't they... Okay. Why are they not translating that?
Oh, you don't want to know.
You don't. That's too explicit. Uh-oh. Too easy. Yeah.
That look.
That didn't take long. She just get her own cutaway or something? Uh-oh. What is it? Oh no.
It's Molly.
Ew. Yep. Real discreet like. Oh my god. Why even bother giving this guy a cup?
Yeah, this guy is ham.
He doesn't need it,
Going
obviously. Jesus. Ew. This guy's disgusting. Uh-oh. We need the Benny Hill sax now, right? Yakety sax. Yeah. Oh my god, it'd be perfect. Wow, didn't all it took was a little potion. Yikes. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. But just for good measure, can we have an even stronger love potion?
This is good ointment. So, what I'm understanding, witches at this time are basically like, just like 15th century pitchmen. They're just like hawking, like.
It kind of seems like it's like a snake oil kind of thing.
I got this ointment. It's really good. You wanna bang this guy? Yeah, it's just like gas station boner pills, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. That's it's basically witchcraft. I mean, we're talking about like magical herbs and stuff. Isn't horny goat weed a gas station staple?
It certainly is. Uh-oh. What? Whoa. You dig this guy up or something? What are they about to do? Oh, okay, great. Thank you. We're not just doing this because we're curious.
We promise we have a really, really good reason.
Science.
Yeah, they're not witches, they're just doctors.
Yep. Noble profession. Kind of confused, like how we jumped to them from the chick who was trying to bang the the monk, whatever he was. Oh shoot.
There it is everywhere.
Yeah, it looks like some difficult cobblestone to walk on. It's not even. What? Bro, you don't kick a witch. Uh-oh.
You just got cursed.
Oh no. That'd be terrible. Yeah, I mean, you can't chew food?
be tied in a prescribed fashion and cast into the moat.
Only from the pen of Edgar Allan Poe could come such an horrendous tale of terror. The Conqueror Worm, starring Vincent Price in the most diabolic role of his career.
Look for the devil's marks upon him. Get on with your task.
The distorted genius of Poe creates poetic beauty from pain and uses idyllic love as a tool of torture.
Men sometimes have strange motives for the things they do.
I know.
You've got an accusation to make. I'll get your confession for you. I'm husband to Sarah Lowe's.
He's a man who's out to kill both of us.
And it appears to me that we should take steps to see to his death first.
Leave the children at home, and if you're squeamish, stay home with them.
I shall kill you.
Please, leave the children at home.
Who spurs the beast the corpse will ride? Who cries the cry that kills? When Satan questioned, who replied? Whence blows this wind that chills?
What if there is a power that we know nothing of?
He's from the house! A witchman!
She's bewitched!
A witchman!
Edgar Allan Poe probes new depths of terror. Vincent Price reaches new heights of horror.
H is for heretic.
I know nothing of witchcraft.
We can make you die a minute every day for a year.
I will kill as many of you as I need to.
I curse Lord Edward Whitman. I curse his flesh, his blood. I conjure you, Lord Satan, send me an avenger.
When Satan questions, who replies? Whence blows this wind that chills? What answers when the banshee cries and kills and kills and kills? Kill, 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 kill.
We're back.
We're back.
Power through these, I don't know what witchcraft has been cast on our stream tonight, but we're doing everything in our power to work on the counter spells and to try to get the show back on the road. So, in order to, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting middle.
I don't have my video up.
Sorry, Evan. Thank you for the heads up. Evan, we would have just gone 5 minutes into the movie and it's like, hey, missing something. Do you have your chats?
Yep, I am good to go.
Anything before we get into the exciting middle of Haxan, Evan?
Man, this bay leaf stinks.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, I just smell burn.
Yeah, just burning the studio up in here.
Yeah, it's. I mean, hey,
it's gonna be worth it.
It's definitely gonna be worth it. $10,000 worth.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
There we go.
Do you think? Wait, should I have asked for more? Do I have to pay taxes? Is that considered taxable income?
Yeah, you probably would if you were looking for a full $10,000. You maybe want to ask for a few thousand more, just to have a little buffer on that in case you did have to take out for taxes.
Yeah, well, that one's on me.
That's all right. We all learn the money management. You know, it's not for everybody, but you know, trials and tribulations you learn eventually. All right. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting middle of Haxan right now. Good. All right, we're back.
Okay.
Sorry. God damn. Wow. I didn't expect this.
Observe.
Throw her into the pond.
Is she lighter than a duck?
Damn. You're not floating like that.
Right, we're gonna tie you up, throw you in the river, whack you with oars a couple of times, and
if you can't swim, then we know you're not a witch.
Right.
If you die, then we know we were wrong. Ooh, okay. A trial. We got a trial sequence in here. A whole dramatization. Okay. You know, we love a good trial.
It's not that my husband is anemic or he's been out in the heat too long. A witch did it.
We're gonna use some lead and we're gonna get to the bottom of just what's going on here. I assure you.
So how come, like, a priest can burn sage and it's okay, but if I burn bay leaves, it's witchcraft?
Well, I mean, it's the difference between, you know, having the frock and all the money and all the, you know, it's being rich or being poor. That's all it is. All a member of the clergy is just a rich witch. Think about it. Think about it. Christianity is just rich witchcraft.
It's just bougie witchcraft.
Fresh, no, you're fresh. Trust me, you're gonna want to stay because there's a pretty salacious sequence coming up here in the middle.
You're not gonna want
to miss it. Yeah, I don't know if priests are allowed to do a lot of stuff most people can't, but let's just say it doesn't stop them from doing
it. Says it clearly. Clear as crystal, right here in the lead.
What? What is it?
Right, well, I'm off. My job here is done.
What does that mean? For I wish to, yeah, that's what does that mean? I guess she'll want to see a witch at some point.
Witch is gonna come see her.
See, this is a Scandinavian expressionist. This isn't even German. This is more like Phantom Carriage Fresh, which we watched a while back. Man, you're making me feel ill. Sure, you're not the witch. Yeah, that's what these witches need. They just need a slim station to go to and be cared for. Ah! Ew. He auditioned 70 old women and had them all eat a nasty bowl of sauerkraut. And say, how gross can you make this?
It's gotta be a witch. No one else eats like that.
I want to see the witch. No, don't look at it. Don't just
There's a witch in there?
I didn't say anything. Shut up. Don't look. You're gonna get me in trouble. Give me Hex. I guess her husband already got killed. Is like already like. Did he get killed? Is he dead? Or just
I think he's sick. She said he got dizzy.
Yeah, this witch is living a pretty good life though. Sitting there eating like a slob.
Thanks for the bowl of slop. Like, you know, maybe should have given her a spoon. You didn't want her to eat with her hands.
You gotta love that hairstyle. You gotta love the. I mean, that's how people are starting to wear their hair nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Bowl cut, bald up top.
Getting like out way in front of that male pattern baldness. Just really heading it off at the pass. I'm not going bald, I'm just a monk.
I'm the head monk around here. You bring your problems to me. Don't bother this low level guy. He can't help you. You see his bald spot? It's not nearly as shiny as mine. That's how we decided who's in charge around here.
Yeah, I'm the most pious. I've got the shiniest head.
Is that like the point? What's the point?
I don't actually know. Is it like they take the hair off so that they can be closer to God? Is that the thing?
Probably.
It's almost like it's like the opposite of like, you know, like the Jewish yarmulke, maybe.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of look. Uh-oh. Had some feelings. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look out for these priests. This isn't the same monk or whatever
Is
from earlier, is it?
I don't know.
Do all fat monks look the same? Am I being monkist?
We need to see this guy with
Yep. I'm ugly AF. That's why I went to the
a
clergy.
side of mutton and a huge flask of wine.
Mm-hmm. Then we would know. Oh shit!
Well, they've riled up the villagers.
We've got a witch. May we burn her?
It's gonna turn us all into mice.
Some classic Cinderella shit, dude. What is this? The witch cart? You gotta bring the witch cart.
Gotta
dude?
put the witch in the witch cage.
Oh my god, that is terrifying.
Can't curse you if she's stuck in a cage.
Not with those iron bars. Dang. Brutal.
Is this why like etiquette and manners were such a important thing in the past? Because you didn't want to like be accused of being a witch by accident.
Yeah, you just even begin to get food on your lips without wiping it, man. You're gonna be taking it marched up to that steak so fast you won't even know what hit you.
You use the wrong, you use the salad fork or the wrong spoon straight to the steak.
What?
Witch powder?
In the hair?
Cut that witch residue on you.
Oh man, this poor old lady. Oh my god.
Jeez.
We all know you're a witch. Look at you. The witchiest woman I've seen in years.
Won't it just feel good if you confess?
They're doing good cop, bad cop. It's always been a dynamic, dude. It's always been a thing. He's like, I'm gonna pull you gently, and the other guy's like yanking her.
You're gonna confess.
Hey, it's okay. You're all right.
Hey, we're all pals here.
You're a witch, bruh. No, not this. Anything but this.
Not this guy. Release Craig.
Evan's got a sick cup tonight. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I've got my chalice for my ritual wine.
Fancy man with this chalice. Oh my god. Consecrated wax? What is consecrated wax? Do I even want to know?
It's just a precaution.
Hear ye, all rise for the honorable fat monk. I don't even know what this guy's name is. Yeah, instead of a gavel, you've got this staff. You just bang on the floor. Oh, maybe it's a different monk.
Yeah, this one looks less jolly.
Yeah, he does. I mean, is it worth it to torture this old woman? Like, what is, you know?
We can't suffer a witch in our midst.
She hasn't got long left in this world. Come on. You said witch is not true. That means you are a witch. Confess, witch, confess. I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch. Uh-oh. And he feels guilty about it, you can tell. Yeah, that's how we need to start making trials a little more interesting here in the United States. The judge can drink from a goblet if he wants to. He or she wants to. You guys are the worst stenographers I've ever had. Oh shit. Uh-oh. I think we're about to see this.
Oh.
Oh my god! Oh! Is this the fly? Oh my god! Oh, there's another one! Oh! Ointment. God dang it. Just can't resist that ointment.
I'm guilty of moisturizing.
So this is one of the iconic shots from the movie.
This probably gets used in a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for 1922, pretty crazy. Love that owl.
Yeah.
There.
I want to just hang out with an owl.
Dude. It's watching, or it looks like it's watching.
Yeah.
Ah! Stream disconnected, attempting to reconnect. Fucking. This is where shit starts to get fucking wild. Blow your horn. Oh, dang.
We've got the Beelzebub band live on stage tonight.
The devil's grandmother. That sounds scary, the devil's grandmother.
I think so.
I want to see that movie. Ooh.
Cool.
Whoa. You just need a little bit of ointment on that back and you'll be good to go. Ooh. Jeez, spanking her. Ooh. Oh my God. Did you see what he had in his hand?
Is it a baby?
Yeah. Oh. I spit on Max. Oh,
Stomp on the
stomping
cross.
on it. Stomp on it. It's the worst thing you can do. Karna. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Jeez.
Gruesome.
Yeah.
My internet, dude. Churning up the butter, man. It's obvious. Jesus. Nasty ass teeth. Kiss it. Oh my God, dude. 1922, dude. Can you imagine people seeing this?
Yeah, did this make it to America? Like, how did Americans react to this?
Well, it's funny. I'll read a little quote from Variety when it was first shown. Jesus, they're really spending some time on this. She kicked me some time ago.
Jeez. Write that down. Write that down.
What?
You know what they say, witches get snitches.
They're just ready to bag witches at every turn, dude. I love it. I want to always have a burlap sack ready to go, dude. I mean, always ready to catch a witch.
Witch Squad.
Ah.
Jeez.
Chaos. Yeah, this woman's life has been turned upside down. Makes sense. Love these guys just passing the time. Oh no.
Thinking about witches.
Fantasizing about witches. Step into my office. Uh-oh. Yep, that's the, you know, you have simple thoughts. That's the only cure.
I'll beat those thoughts out of
Beat
you.
them out of you.
You better not be thinking anything bad.
Yeah, this certainly isn't making your sinful thoughts worse.
This isn't working. I actually like being whipped.
Yeah, I guess you really do.
Spellbound. It's spreading.
Whoa. Is she a witch?
Can't tell who's a witch anymore. Maybe that's the point.
That would make sense. Yeah, some woman grabbed him by the wrist, and now he's freaking obsessed with her.
Well, he's a monk. He's never brushed wrist against a monk.
That's a good point. It's very true. What? You told? I really like her. Please, 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 please don't accuse her of witchcraft. Get a grip, dude. Is this an exorcism?
Start crying, witch.
Cry, witch, cry. Uh-oh.
Yeah. You can't cry on command. You're a witch.
How did they behave? These so-called pious judges. Whoa. Because most people are wearing like hoods and hoodies, really.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like a hood on there, like yeah, everybody's wearing hoodies back.
Yeah, everybody's
there,
got some loose garment with a hood.
Now that's what we're slowly transitioning back into those days. Everybody's wearing these, you know, large hooded garments. It only makes sense. Dress comfortably, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Things got so extreme in the 1920s. People are wearing suits all the goddamn time. Look at this. Back in this day, you just fucking put on your giant Snuggie and you get to, you know, you just hang out all day.
It's the life of a monk. You hang out in your pajamas, you brew some beer, and you catch witches.
And shave the top of your head bald. You're gonna get in trouble, bro. It's kind of the crazy thing about witchcraft, like being accused of it. It's like any just kind of ridiculous political thing nowadays, you can get so wrapped up in it, but then when like you actually feel some compassion and you show some compassion, then everybody jumps on you. Like, what are you doing? Like, they're bad.
Yeah.
You can't treat them with compassion. Like, I thought that was our job. I thought we were supposed to be priests or something. I thought this was America. Actually, this is Denmark. Uh-oh. Just a little favor. Just a tiny little favor. No, what?
What?
This guy's corrupted.
Oh no.
He's a witch. Just like witch hunts goes, you know, always the people leading the witch hunts are, you know, usually the worst perpetrators of all.
It's just one spell. Just teach me how to do one spell and I'll let you go.
It's not too much to ask. You do it any more Hexenbein?
I could. Mix up some more.
We're headed out, bro. I think she's getting lucky. What is that, a giant jack? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Jesus. Man, what a scumbag this guy is. She's lying to you, bro. She doesn't know. Yeah, what is the deal with this baby right now? Is it just laying in its crib, like
just waiting on somebody?
Sick guy in the bed, they're not taking care of it. So weird. Oh, there it is. We've got to find out if this baby is a witch.
Oh, those are the rules.
Silly boy. Dude, you have an onion. Anybody want this witch baby? No? Alright. You're doomed to be a street urchin. Uh-oh.
We caught you.
No. Oh no.
Gotcha.
Oh no. So it was just all a ploy.
It was all a ruse.
Damn. The tall Jawas come in. Houdini, Houdini.
We'll burn everyone in this town and then we'll move on to the next one.
We always find another monastery. That's not hard. Witch madness. This town's been stricken by a case of witch madness. God, all those poor guys who had to shave their heads bald like that. Really sad.
But they got to learn how to read. Too bad they only had one book back then.
And that is going to take us to our second break. And obviously we won't spend too long on it because we've been hung up all sorts of stuff tonight. What do we think so far, Evan?
Well, our little dramatization is getting really sad. Yeah, before it was kind of fun, but now it's
definitely in the middle too. I mean, you had that nice, as the witch's confession was just full of colorful anecdotes from the witches flying around in the sky to everybody kissing Satan's butthole, which, I mean, again, you don't expect that to see that in a movie from 1922. That definitely, I knew I had heard that being a thing for witches before, but I did not expect them to do that in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I've heard about like kissing a cat's anus. Something about that with witches.
That sounds like a good way to get a parasite,
doesn't it? Well, I mean, it's certainly you wouldn't think that the devil would be parasite free either. I'd be more.
The devil's kind of like a cat. He uses a litter box.
Well, that's true. I mean, definitely pretty scary, kind of just kind of wild that they even tried to bring that to life, but they went for it. Between that, the monster costumes and the nudity, that whole like sequence, which that wasn't the Sabbath, I don't think, but I mean, they were like, you saw the baby like kicking around in the devil's hands. That was
the whole thing.
That was a lot. And it's funny, the whole sequence of the witches flying around over that town.
Yeah, was that aerial photography or were they just on a hill or something?
I'm very glad you asked because I can tell you it's actually really crazy. So basically, the director Christensen and his cameraman, they photographed this miniature town that was on a huge turntable that had to be operated by like at least 20 men.
Okay.
To like push it.
So it was all a miniature.
Yeah, so if you go back look, you can see that it's like this town is kind of, you can tell that it's basically like a spinning, if you know that it's a spinning miniature and you look at it, you can tell it's a spinning miniature. And then they had all these like costumed witches on broomsticks. They shot them against a black background. The cameraman made a special, it was like he made a special optical printer to like add that to the backgrounds that they had. And for the like, to make it look like the actors who, were on brooms were like being blown by the wind. Christensen brought in an airplane motor to blow to make it look like, you know.
Man, this guy, he's really ahead of his time, it seems like.
I mean,
Going for all the effects.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. I mean, also, it didn't hurt that they had a fair amount of money to put into this. This ended up being the most expensive Scandinavian silent film up to this time.
Who gave him all this money to make this witch
Again,
movie?
it's so wild. It's so wild that it was this company. They're like shorthand known as SF, but their name is, it's like Svensk Film Industry. Yeah. But its film industry is spelled weird. But Svensk Film Industry, they're a Swedish studio. They gave him, this Danish film director, money to film in Denmark. Apparently, like, they gave him money to refurbish like a studio that he used to film at that had gone into disrepair. He got them to give him a whole bunch of money, knowing that they were gonna like give him complete artistic freedom, and just went and shot in Denmark, also knowing that nobody was gonna bother him. Like, kind of crazy that they just were willing to give. But again, it was the same company that did Phantom Carriage. Obviously, if you're willing to put money in something like that, this is pretty similar, honestly, in certain ways, you know, just in the sense of just dealing in the realm of the otherworldly and using superimposition and using certain effects to kind of bring it to light, but also to kind of, you know, we haven't necessarily gotten it here, but obviously you can tell that they're not just sticking to the narrative of, okay, witches are bad. And like, there's a lot of complexity going on to the story that we've been in with the whole, like, these clergymen and the woman and the baby.
Not really painting the clergy in the best light.
No, definitely not. Which, again, so many controversies once this movie was released, and we'll talk about that when we come back from the break. But that was the biggest one, was that it, you know, like you're saying, not putting the clergy in the best light. It was definitely a problem, but it's kind of a staple for these witchcraft movies, is to kind of, I mean, obviously in most of them, the right side is going to win, but also, you know, the pious people who claim to be fighting against this stuff usually are a little crooked in some way, or a little underhanded. Certainly the Devils portrays that like the best. Like, and again, if you haven't seen the Devils, it is basically a hard movie to find unless you already own a DVD. I was lucky to catch it on streaming a couple years ago, but it doesn't. Warner Brothers was the studio that made it. They have basically, they haven't disowned it, but they pretend like it doesn't exist, because it's a very, again, it was rated X. It was just considered really scandalous. And it is really over the top. It's definitely a late 60s. It's 1970, I think, was when it was released. But it's like based on the real story of like the Devils of Loudun, which was like a whole, like this convent of nuns like claimed to be possessed, and they blamed this charismatic priest, and it just kind of spiraled out of control. But that movie definitely paints the clergy in kind of a controversial light, and that became a thing with, honestly, a lot of folk horror movies, was to take these very religious people and kind of show that they're a little more morally dubious. And so that's the trailer that we've got at the break, the trailers we have at the break. For two more folk horror films which really dig into the whole witchcraft aspect. The first is for a really freaky film that treats witchcraft as a real thing. It's titled Blood on Satan's Claw, and it's just it doesn't hold back. It you know, unfortunately in that movie, like, children are the victims. Like, it's really kind of a brutal movie. And then the second trailer that we have is for, it's for, to be honest. Okay, come on. What is it? I always try to remember these. I'm always like, I'm going to forget one of these. I'm going to hate it. Oh, God, how can I forget? It's for the Wicker Man.
Oh, okay, of course.
For the Wicker Man. So Blood on Satan's Claw and Wicker Man, along with Witchfinder General, are considered like kind of the quintessential trio of folk horror, British folk horror movies from this time period, the late 60s, early 70s. And both of them teach or treat witchcraft. I mean, I guess in Wicker Man, you could say that they don't really treat you can't see witchcraft being real. They kind of skirt the line. Definitely Blood on Satan's Claw. Like there's a goat devil monster. Like it's very real. But both of them kind of take these pious figures and treat them kind of with contempt. Definitely the Wicker Man. Obviously, you have this devout police detective who's kind of humiliated the whole time, and religion is kind of humiliated the whole time in the Wicker Man. And then Blood on Satan's Claw, there's a priest who is he ends up being falsely accused, and it's just like, yep, that's kind of irony for men of the cloth. At this time, ready to cast stones on anybody who's doing wickedness, but if you get accused, not much you can do. Your hands are tied. So you gotta love witches and witchcraft, so devilish and wicked. So we're gonna get these two trailers, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of Haxan. So stick around, we'll be right back.
When the grave of the devil is disturbed by the plow, the satanic essence of evil wreaks violent and revolting revenge.
But it weren't human, sir. They were a fur.
Then it was an animal's remains.
It were more like some fiend.
And the evil grows quickly, attacking first the youth of the village and making them the devil's children.
Look. Oh, God, I prayed I'd never see that again. That's what they call the devil's skin.
Doctor, witchcraft is dead and discredited. Are you bent on reviving forgotten horrors?
How do we know, sir, what is dead?
The blood on Satan's claw. It was like a horrible disease, highly contagious and deadly dangerous.
Hail, Behemoth, spirit of the dark, take thou my blood, my flesh, my skin, and walk. Holy Behemoth, father of my life, speak now, come now, rise now from the forest, from the
The Blood on Satan's Claw stars Patrick Wymark as the judge who tries Satan, and Linda Hayden as Angel Blake, daughter of Satan.
Thou stole my master's skin. Thou shalt pay with thine.
I think thou could be saved.
These dogs know how to tear the devil's heel.
Thou telltale beast, thou set the dogs on me. Of course I didn't. Art thou ready to give thy skin tonight? Art thou ready?
The Blood on Satan's Claw.
I am here to investigate the disappearance of a young girl.
Where is Rowan Morrison?
I don't know anything about her. Nothing.
I suspect murder.
We don't commit murder up here. We're a deeply religious people.
God, woman, what kind of mother are you that can stand by and see your own child slaughtered? Chop! Chop!
Come. It is time to keep your appointment with the Wicker Man.
Oh, God! Oh, my God!
And we are back. So creepy indeed. If you have, and again, if you have not seen The Wicker Man, you should go check it out. I believe it is still on Tubi. And yeah, I mean, of course, a lot of people know about the Nick Cage remake.
Do you think it's this one's scarier than the Nick Cage version?
Definitely a lot scarier, a lot creepier, a lot more. I mean, you know what's coming. Everybody knows what's coming, right? But there's still kind of this element of surprise to it all. And, you know, there's a lot of thematics going on with the idea of, you know, kind of watching this very religious character who he's very devout and he's trying to solve this crime, and his religion is always like being challenged at every corner. And he is constantly denouncing the beliefs of the people on this island, but it's just like it's just a different religion, you know? And just like him, they're devout. They believe in their religion just like he believes in his. It just happens to be a pagan murderous cult.
Cult.
Yeah. So you gotta love the layers there to it. And Blood on Satan's Claw is actually also on Tubi. Amazing score. I think some people, I don't think a lot. My dad, for one, was like, "What is with this music?" I actually really like it. But it's got a great score, and just again, it's so weird that a lot of these witch movies, some of them either treat witchcraft as, well, maybe it's real, but we're not going to confirm it, and then some of them are like, "Oh yeah, watch this witchy shit happen." Like, you know, you never know what you're going to get. What's actually going to show you. So it's what's funny about Haxan. I've got to say it right. It's showing us all this, but at the same time, we're gonna get, at least by the end of the film, a statement of, well, but we don't think that witches are, you know, that this is really, you know, real.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the really crazy stuff, that was all just like description when the old lady was being tortured.
Right.
So who knows if that was accurate or not.
They're definitely kind of playing with the narrative boundaries that existed at this point. Or they're just cutting between things. They're not like they're not using title cards to explain, okay, and now you know, they're letting it kind of exist in your mind. Is it real? Is it not? You know,
I appreciate that kind of storytelling.
Yeah, smart. It's not trying to dumb it down for you. It's like actually smart storytelling. You do have to appreciate that. Well, anything before we get into the exciting conclusion of Haxan?
Where were we though?
So, we got a bunch of different vignettes, but if we're still following in the same main story, basically, you have this woman who's been accused of being a witch, and she's not. But when pried for information, she did provide some information. So now they were going to do something to her. But then all the monks just left.
Right.
I don't
Okay.
really remember why.
Yeah.
But they were all trucking out.
Yeah.
So
Our job here is done.
yeah. So we found the witches. We've killed everybody in town. On to the next one.
All right, and hey, somebody needs to check on that baby in there.
Yeah. Somebody give it a bottle and get out of here.
Somebody will get to it.
Somebody else will take care of it. This is probably some old woman around here that we didn't kill for being a witch.
There's witches to catch in the next town.
Yeah, always got to be after them witches. Well, on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Haxan right now. Oh my God, do not tell me you did it again. They did it again. How? How, when I have it set the same on every source, could it do it again? Will you tell me this? Tell me this.
All right, so we'll get
this never... Look, Evan, I'm about to blow my top. Because this never happens. Like, ever. Like, tell me when this has happened before.
I don't think I can.
Because usually on Streamlabs, when you set it a certain way, it's going to be the same way on every source. Nothing has changed here. I'm using all the same stuff. Why now? It's just, I'm dumbfounded. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing I did before. I'm resetting it. We're going to have to do a little soft shoe while we wait for this to... Okay, here we go. So now I'm doing this, doing that, doing a little this, little that, and a little bit of...
So Halloween's coming up. Have you guys heard about this? This Halloween.
Halloween is
People
crazy.
are talking about this.
Seen this? Have you heard about this? Okay, we just gotta wait a minute for this to render.
Is daylight savings coming up? Are we still doing that? That's still on, right?
Well, it has coincided with Halloween a few years.
Okay.
It's so weird about daylight savings time in the fall is that
means we get extra Halloween though, right? You get an extra hour.
Yeah, there's a time warp on Halloween. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember
the classic time warp.
We experienced that here.
There's a whole song about that.
A few times, yes. That's why they have the song. Because when daylight savings time falls on Halloween, that's what you get the time warp.
Yeah, you get an extra hour to dance around.
To jump to the left, do a
castle,
step to the right.
With
yeah,
a shirtless hunk.
Right. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend their rainy evening like that? I mean, that's, singing and dancing and doing the Transylvania. I mean, it's...
The Transylvania twist.
It's not the Transylvania twist.
Whatever happened to that?
But I'm not sure. I don't think we ever got a clear answer about that. Okay, let me go in here and change the source. I cannot believe. Let's see. Restart when visible. See, why did it change that? Really terrible. Okay, here we go. Cats. Ooh. Soiled the altar.
And nobody saw this?
Man, bear, pig. And an
All
Ewok.
right, I did
it. Are those supposed to be cat women?
I guess.
It looks like the little cat puppet from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Meow meow.
I've soiled the altar. Meow meow.
Ooh. So she's back with her witch friends. I guess she made it out all right, or is this? Just don't confess. You'll get let go eventually.
Have you been tying knots again? Now they'll trip when they try to get into bed.
Some kind of prank?
Got him.
Oh
my gosh.
Brutal.
Yeah, jeez. It's a funny prank.
Witch hair? Why not witch skin? 100% witch skin. God, this is like sweeter almost, it seems like. It's very sweet. Must we?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the apple juice.
Could be, I can see that. Jesus. Oh.
Ow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That is so.
Isn't it a good thing that we've learned in the meantime that torture doesn't work? We definitely don't do that anymore.
Oh no! Oh, some misery shit. Oh God. That's misery shit. Oh. I'm glad that, I mean, they couldn't show it.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Oh. You don't need to show me how that works.
Yeah, I think I get it.
Figured out. Oh, damn. Again, I don't really need. I think I need very much. Okay, well, you would have told me that there were 10-foot poles connected to each corner of it. I would have said you're crazy. Oh, those are taut ropes.
Yeah, I would have said the fire is maybe overkill.
No, yeah, that's goddamn. Oh shit. Kind of sadist must Benjamin Christensen have been. Just be like, oh my god, this is fucking wild. I can't get this out of my head. I gotta make a movie about this stuff.
Just spent 2 years looking up this stuff. I gotta share this with the world.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. This is 2-year internet search on witchcraft. You guys are not gonna believe what I found.
You know, it's just some light torture.
Apparently, one of them actually tries to do this thumb screw thing. Or somebody did on set or something. Oh, yeah, this is
okay. So we broke her thumbs.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Like, hit it off. Oh. The spiky belt. This is like this is what the movie The Devils is, but way more insane. The nuns do run around like crazy.
So that's the director, right?
I believe when they say that he played the devil, I don't know if the devil is this one or the one with the mask earlier.
Okay.
Right? What do you think?
I'm
not sure.
I don't know. This guy, he's definitely enjoying himself.
He is having a blast. Get behind me, Satan. Oh, shit.
Turns out he already was.
Satan, you dirty dog.
Quick, you gotta fight off Satan.
He's got a club, you got a knife.
This is cool. Okay, fight.
Uh-oh. Oh, don't fall for that. That's the body of Christ. You can't stab that. So that was the director there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays
He
Jesus,
plays
and,
Jesus
the devil.
and the devil.
There's gotta be. He's obviously knows what he's doing.
This they cancel out. Nobody can be mad at me.
Mm-hmm. Smart man. Oh shit. She dead? Ah! Look at him. Oh my god.
Oh, how dreadful. She stabbed Jesus.
I feel like she's just about to go nuts. I'm about to go nuts in here. Ah, there it is. You can't stick your tongue out, Mother Superior. Oh no, all the other nuns are gonna get into it. Oh no.
It's spreading.
Dude, this is what the movie The Devils is like, and it's just so it's hard to watch. Because just look at them. They're just like, oh no, this is not good. Nuns are supposed to be good. They're all going crazy. This is not good. Satan is in these nuns.
That one's got the moves. You see?
No, dude. They all could be in Sister Act. They could dance behind Whoopi any day. The devil made me do it. It's kind of the crazy thing about the satanic panic of the 80s, dude. Can you believe that? I know I'm not to get too much off track, and I haven't done any research on it to even discuss it, but it hasn't gone away that people are like, the devil made me do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, back then, even as recently as, I mean, definitely the 80s. I guess to a lesser extent today. There's always people who are blaming the devil for everything.
Well, now it's Q. They're convinced that Satanists are...
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god, is that a dead baby?
I think it's off the statue.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a statue. Oh my god. Damn, I could have kept watching. Just go watch the Devils. That's the Devils. You want to see how that keeps going. Slum Station. Wow.
Did you know Calvin Coolidge was a good friend of mine?
You told me that like 100 times now. Everybody's got a journal like that. Bro, Moonlight Sonata fucking kills it. Nervous exhaustion. What we call nowadays anxiety. You think that's like what that is now? What they would call nervous exhaustion? What would you call that now?
I'd probably call it hysteria.
No, so you can't use hysteria now. That's what they would use. Hysteria's, bro. We'll get all, bro. We are not done with hysteria. Just you wait.
Call it the witch madness.
What?
Just love fire.
Pyro, dude.
Are sleepwalkers witch-like?
Or are they just crazy? If a sleepwalker has also like matches in their sleep, I think that might be cause for a little more concern that they're just sleepwalking. Obviously, there's a bigger problem there.
Swedish. No, there's your tongue twister. Swedish sleepwalker.
There it is. Anxiety. Let's call it anxiety. I do remember this, yes. Wow.
Yeah, that doctor's knocking on the window.
Well, Brad Pitt, what are you doing in my window? You're the devil, Brad Pitt. Go away. Yeah, it must not be very exciting to have an old-timey German celebrity in your house. I don't know who you are. News does not travel fast around here. We've never heard of you before. You're supposed to be famous. Creeping me out. What the fuck? You're just having a tantrum.
Sure wasn't that ointment?
Yeah, probably.
This ointment's giving me nerve damage.
Hey, I thought you said you wanted to look at my back. Come on, go on. Can't feel anything? That's hysteria.
Here's a sedative.
Care for a sedative. My needles are dull. Gotta get a sharper needle.
Oh, that's right. These needles were full of anesthetic. You can't feel a thing.
It is as I thought. Your daughter is suffering from hysteria. I need to know what that diagnosis is now.
Yeah, do you think that was in like the DSM-1?
I guess so. I mean, let me tell you something. It's not like this was just a 20s thing. Hysteria continues to be used in horror movies throughout the 20th century. We'll talk more about
Be a real shame.
Yeah, is that a threat? She can't feel anything in her back. Be a real shame if the police thought she was a witch. Yeah, now you don't gotta worry about the church, you gotta worry about the police.
The cop witch hunter.
Gotta get this priest off my back. What?
Mm.
Ooh.
I'm sure he won't notice.
Gonna take another one. He'll notice. Yep.
What ring?
So he's saying that somebody that in the past would have been accused of witchcraft, now it's just they'd be a kleptomaniac and have a run it with the law. Winona Ryder, basically. That's what we're dealing with here. We got a real Winona Ryder situation.
What if she was actually a witch? She's gonna cast a spell on these guys.
That's what this movie needs.
I like her hat cape.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like that, but it's pretty nice.
You can look me up in the phone book. Bro, phone books. Landlines.
Well, she's crying, so she's not a witch. We know that.
Yeah. I'll give you the ring back. The war still very, you know, like very much like relevant. Nice. She's smart. I did steal. You caught me. I took this book. Put the cuffs on me. Oh, well, it's just a book. You're all right. New ring. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
What? It's not like that anymore.
Where'd he go?
That's actually a provocative question, Evan. Dang, look at the dong on that devil. I know you see it.
Thought it was his tail at first.
Look, I mean, I don't even want to know what's going on there. They don't need brooms anymore. Amelia Earhart, that wish, all she needs is an airplane. Is it like that, really? Well, I guess we were saying that, right? Like, you're just a huckster. You're just a... I am. I didn't take that ring. If you got money, you go to a modern clinic. If you're poor, you go to an insane asylum. Was that the modern clinic? That looked really nice. The mild showers. That must be fucking nice. Look at the water pressure on that shower head. My goodness. Damn.
Sheesh.
You wanted to leave us with the witches burning on the pyre. I actually love that.
Kind of puts a bow on the whole thing.
Well, we have finally made it to the exciting conclusion of Haxan. So, what did we think, Evan?
That felt it was kind of a surprising movie. It like wasn't what I would expect from a 1920s documentary. Kind of a surprisingly like I don't know if maybe kind of a nuanced take. Like, is sympathetic to the fact that we've just been treating people very poorly for a very long time.
Yeah, it's funny how that comes in at the end, right?
Yeah.
The last like 15, 20 minutes is all about how, okay, let's take all the stuff we've talked about for the last 80 minutes and let's like recontextualize it. And just think, okay, what if it was the same thing but a modern version? And like,
how far have we actually come?
Right. And you don't even need to, like, obviously you can look at what's modern then and be like, okay, yeah, that's not not relevant now. But you just looking at that, you can go ahead and apply that same thinking to, all right, well, somebody who could be accused of this in witchcraft back in the day could be this kind of person today. It's you can make those equivalencies in your own mind, and it doesn't, you know, again, we're still looking at a 101-year-old movie, and we don't have to see a modern update to be like, oh yeah, I get the point. Like, you've made your point very well, and even if things like hysteria don't quite stand up, it's still like you're not just throwing your all your eggs into the basket of, you know, there is good and evil and the church is right, and you know, it definitely kind of taking a agnostic approach to it. Am I right? Because I mean, again, if it was taking like a pro religious like stance, it would have kind of denounced it all, but it never. It just kind of said, look, like, this stuff isn't real. You know, it kind of just said that you know, this is past kind of like explanations for things people couldn't understand. So
yeah, it almost felt like more of like a sociological film than like necessarily a witchcraft movie.
maybe that's what I like about it. Because yeah, like at the end, that was the message, right? You're right. It's 100% a sociological message, right? It's like, we as a society like have like evolved in the way that we view certain people and certain of ages or genders or who behave a certain way. Like, we've evolved in our understanding of why they could be that way. Maybe back in the day when we couldn't understand it, you apply a supernatural explanation, but now we understand that it could be a little bit more down to earth.
Yeah, it felt like a Brave movie. Like, I don't know what the attitude was like, you know, in Europe in the 1920s, but I could imagine that this would ruffle some feathers.
It did. It was cut up, I think, pretty much everywhere it played. I mean, definitely in like Sweden and like the Scandinavian countries, there were like some of these more scandalous shots were cut out. In the United States, I believe that was like, I don't know if it was a full release in 1923, but someone from Variety saw it in 1923 and they said, you know, they praised the acting and the entire production. They said, I mean, there are many scenes of unadulterated horror, but, you know, wonderful though it is, it's absolutely unfit for public exhibition. So that was kind of like the view on it largely. And in Germany, France, the United States had a really hard time getting released. And I think in the
This movie is obscene.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, basically in the United States, it wasn't, I think, really kind of given a proper release until 1929. Like, it really took them a while, and then ended up being recut and rescored with a jazz score in the late 60s, and given a narration by William S. Burroughs, the beat poet. So it was kind of meant to be like more of a counterculture thing, and it was all the brainchild of a British exploitation film distributor who also made a really great 70s British horror movie called Horror Hospital, which is on Tubi. You should go check it out. This time of year, it's perfect for it. And it was his homage to Lugosi movies. So, and I haven't said it yet, but it's Bela Lugosi's birthday today, 141 years young.
Wow.
I'm still going
Happy
strong because
birthday.
yeah, he's undead. Obviously next week we'll be showing a Lugosi movie because next week is the season finale of Shocktober and of season 7. And just like we did last year, we're gonna do it right with a double feature to kick off the last Friday in October. And so like I said, Lugosi, of course, will be with us on Friday, as every season finale he is. And we've got one of his Poverty Row classics up. It is the 1941, not quite the year, but Poverty Row film The Corpse Vanishes. And so he plays some kind of a mad scientist, and it's a fun one. He does his thing. It's not a horror comedy, last time we watched Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla, which was really kind of hokey and toward the end of his career. We're getting more middle career Lugosi next Friday, so that'll be good. And of course, the first feature that we're going to be watching on Friday, it's funny that we've been talking about Hysteria so much tonight, because Friday's film also uses it as part of the plot. Next Friday, the first feature we're going to be watching is House on Haunted Hill from 1959. The original. It was, of course, remade in 1999. This is like one of the more famous public domain horror films, of course, starring Vincent Price. I'm glad you said, "Oh yeah, you know about this film." You know,
I've seen this one.
You've seen it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna be.
We watched it before.
Okay, see, there you go. I mean, the thing is, I have watched this movie a billion times. This is one that, as a kid, we had on repeat. This is like one that my twin brother grew to love, and so we watched it a lot because we both liked it. There's some horror movies I love he hated, but this is one we both really enjoyed. And it's funny because I've always known it as a public domain horror movie. I've always known that it is it's like, oh, this is very easily accessible, and it's like, yep, this is public domain. And so they better not take us down next week because of this movie, because I know this is public domain. They can't do anything about it. But there's a psychiatrist in the movie who his whole study is on hysteria, and he's hoping that staying in this haunted house over the night will give him research to study it. So nice to keep bridging the gap between very outmoded diagnosis that, again, I need to figure out what by next week I will have an answer for you on that. What do they use nowadays instead of hysteria? I'm sure there's some common thing that they would, back in the day, they would have said hysteria. Now they say,
yeah, I mean, it had to have been replaced by something.
Yeah. So we'll bring you that answer next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, House on Haunted Hill is like a seminal film for me. I love this movie. I have waited to show it on this program. I didn't, again, I knew I couldn't play all the good public domain horror movies early. So finally getting around to this and really excited for it. So please join us on Friday for that. Of course, we'll be kicking off the final chapters of 13 Demon Street on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Also going to be doubling up on episodes that night as well. Might as well keep it a double feature week. And should be a lot of fun. Hopefully Lon Chaney will make an appearance. We'll see. Hopefully they won't just cut away from him at the end. And then even though Wednesday, Friday we'll be wrapping up the season, still have some horror movies playing on Saturday, and then of course on Halloween we'll be doing an all-day marathon of past episodes and then a little mixtape of some brand new content, which will be, I mean, it's not brand new. It's all old public domain content. It's just we haven't shown it here on
new to the show.
So it'll be new to us, new to you guys, and it's a fun way to spend your Halloween if you just need something spooky, weird on in the background. This will be your destination on Halloween, hopefully, and of course all of our past episodes. So we're gonna be finishing off this Shocktober right. So please stick with us all through the end of your Shocktober. Like, subscribe. We're over on YouTube at Stream Live. We are over on Instagram and Twitter, X, and TikTok at Stream Show. Find me over on X at Spakenstein. And of course, Mr. Evan Sink is on X and Instagram at Caligari Cursed. Anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
So, if this spell thing works, I feel like I'm gonna have to keep doing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it succeeds the first time, might as well just keep this up. You might be onto something. So
I'm gonna get everybody's student loans canceled, one bay leaf at a time.
So please, if you're looking to get your student loans canceled, please tune in.
You can send me a message on we just said.
All our socials. Evan is here to serve. Evan is here to bring you a little peace of mind. So Wednesday, Friday, to the end of October, we're going to be here bringing you whatever peace of mind we can. So until next, and we will be live tomorrow. We'll have I was going to do like a psychological horror night, but two of the movies I was going to play, I was afraid YouTube may try to take it down. So I think I'm going to do a Bela Lugosi movie night.
There we go. I like these Saturday night reruns.
Yeah, I mean, it's good as long as they won't take us down. So I've got 3 Lugosi movies I think we'll be okay with. And then next Saturday, I don't want to jump the gun too early, but it's going to be a full moon. And so we've got some werewolf movies lined up for next Saturday, a triple feature. So, but we'll do a triple feature of Lugosi movies tomorrow night. So if you want some horror tomorrow night, come here. We'll have some lined up for you. But next week, we're going to be keeping Shocktober going strong. So until then, sweet screams, everybody.
And to all, a good fright.